Michael.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here after a thunder win.
I know, it's
so happy.
feeling good right now. We'll
Right
have to
now.
see what happens tonight, though. We got to get
win.
game 3.
We've got to win. Yeah, we got.
He literally just got chills, and his shoulders went up like,
Yeah. So
when we
good.
screamed, "Damn Noble!"
Yep.
I mean, the whole city's feeling the pressure. We got to win this.
It is a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of fun, too.
But it is so much fun. Game 2 is so much. Look, Game 1, we had a chance to win it in the first overtime. If we'd have just pulled that one off, we'd be at 2-0 right now.
Yep.
I know.
It would feel so much better than sitting here at 1-1.
But we still got it.
And I don't know why I did. You know, I know if Wemby was on our team, I would love him. But since he's not, I hate him. Isn't that crazy how those emotions
Stupid,
work?
freakishly long arms.
But
He's
if-
too
right?
good.
But if he was our guy, I would like, I love that
Exactly.
guy.
Yeah,
he's
Since he's their
amazing.
guy. I can't stand him.
Well, that's how we feel about you. We love that guy.
You're our
Because
guy.
I'm your
Right,
guy.
that's why we do the free legal advice Friday every Friday with McIntyre Law and Noble McIntyre. A couple of questions for you this morning.
Okay.
The first one says, my teenager was injured while riding with a friend who caused a wreck. Can I still recover damages even though my child wasn't the one driving?
Absolutely. Passengers are in crashes all the time, and they are fault-free unless they've done something to help contribute to that. And occasionally a passenger does something stupid like reach over and grab a steering wheel. But if you're sitting there as a fault-free passenger, you have a cause of action against everybody that had any amount of negligence. So there are times as a passenger, you have a claim not only against the person who was driving the car you were in, but also the other vehicle, if they did anything. And you get to collect whatever percent responsibility they are. So if you have to go to a jury trial and the jury's presented the evidence and the jury decides this driver was 70% at fault and this driver was 30% at fault and award $50,000, you will collect, assuming they have insurance, 70% of it against that one and 30% of it against that one. So the answer is absolutely.
Well, good. You should definitely do that.
Yeah, I think so. And you
Even
know
if
what you do? You call 777-7000
7,000.
Yes.
and find out how to do it.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, this could be a personal dynamic situation where you kind of feel like you're going after your friend.
Yeah, you know, and that happens. Now, I will tell you, Oklahoma is a compulsory insurance state, which means you have to have insurance to drive legally. Some people obviously do not. But in this situation, let's assume the friend had insurance. I understand the feeling you feel like you're going after your friend. However, the friend caused a crash that caused your injury. That friend's probably already going to make an insurance claim to replace their vehicle.
Right.
So a claim's already going to be made. Everybody expects, and if they're a good friend, they're going to feel bad that they did something to hurt you. They're going to want you to recover. So you're not really making a claim against them so much as against the insurance company.
Right.
Don't feel bad about taking money from State Farm.
That's why your
Allstate,
friend has
Farmers.
insurance.
That's why they have
Yeah.
insurance, and if they're a good friend, they're going to want you to collect.
Yeah.
Now, you also can go against your own insurance policy if you have MedPay. So MedPay is a no-fault provision. We've talked about this before. Most people have a $5,000 or a $10,000 MedPay provision. If you have MedPay and it's only $1,000, your agent's a moron. You should have at least $5,000 because it costs about $3 a year more, and it's $5,000 for every single person in your car, not just
Gotcha.
$5,000 total. So if your child were injured and has medical bills, you can also go against your own insurance. It will not cause your rates to go up because it's a no-fault provision.
Yeah.
You use that money to pay your bills, but now when you collect your bills from the other party, they're already paid. You can put that money in your pocket.
Nice.
That's the only damage you're allowed to legally double recover.
Huh.
Check your policy.
Yeah,
Yep.
do that.
Yep.
All right, the second one we got. By the way, if you ever have a question, you can send it to asknoble@tylermedia.com, just like these folks have. I fell on someone's property out in the country where there were not any clear walkways. Do property owners still have responsibility in rural areas?
Every property owner has a responsibility to make sure the area where they know and expect people are going to be are safe. However, in Oklahoma, slip and fall cases and trip and fall cases are challenging because it comes down to, was what caused the slip or trip open and obvious to the average person, not specifically to you. You might be 85 years old with poor eyesight. They don't have to protect to that level. It's would the average person have seen whatever it was. So if you trip over an obviously noticeable obstruction, like there's a tree limb there, 73 other people stepped over it with no problem, and now you trip. That was open. That was obvious. You caused your own fall. So now if it's a hidden danger, you know, you're walking, it's tall grass, but there's a hole there. They dug a hole. They didn't fill it back in. The grass has come over it, and you step into that. They're going to be responsible for that if they knew that hole was there. If they did not know they was there, because sometimes somebody will fall into a manhole cover has been taken off the
Right.
city. If the city was not advised or told that that was there, they get a response. They get an opportunity to fix that. So if you come along and you fall into a manhole cover, which happened in New York City last week, a lady died.
Oh,
She
my
fell in
gosh.
an open manhole cover. There was electrical stuff down there. She got
Wow.
electrocuted. If the city knew about it and didn't take steps to fix it, because they get a reasonable amount of time, then they're liable. If it had just happened and the city didn't know, then they're not. That's a long way to saying everybody has a duty to make make sure their property's safe. But if it's open and obvious, you're going to have a very hard claim.
And again, I know we're joking about the Jesus line, but again, that'd be a great reason to call 777-7000 and get your take on this.
I will answer questions. It doesn't cost a dime. I mean, I answer questions all day long, every day. I don't charge you for that. So if you have a question like something, either send it in here and we'll talk about it on the air, or just shoot me an email or call me at my office.
Yeah, we've made it really easy.
Yep.
Again, Jesus line,
Right.
777-7000.
Or ask Noble at TylerMedia.com. Free legal advice Friday with McIntyre Law and Noble McIntyre. Noble, as always, man, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.